Hello, my YouTube friends and family, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and I have been documenting my journey to complete that freedom and financial independence. One of the ways I've been going about that is with doing savings challenges, but I've had quite a few different things kind of come up in the past, really in the past 2 months, and I'm actually going to be scaling back my savings challenges and probably maybe even taking a pause from them completely. So I don't remember how much I have here. How much do I have? How much did I get out of the bank? $450. So this was from the past couple of weeks that I am going to get stuff. Get stuffed. Love that. And yeah, I honestly cannot tell you when the next one will be, if I'm being perfectly honest there for that. So I'll get this stuff. I've got a long overdue cash exchange that I will get done. I filmed it, but I just really didn't like it. So I don't feel like doing a voiceover, so I'll just go ahead and refilm that as well. And then that should kind of get me situated everywhere that I need to be. So I hope all of you are doing well and keeping safe right now. I know that I think in the US you guys are getting, well, you're suffering through daylight savings time, which we don't have here in Queensland. Other parts of Australia have it, but we don't have it here in Queensland. I'm gonna add 2 5s to my $5 challenge. And if you're curious where any of my items come from that I use, there are links down below in my description shop, including affiliate links for items that I get on Amazon. Did that dry? Nope, it didn't. Smudgy smudge. Don't you hate that? It's hard to find a pen that works just right. It colors in, but it doesn't smudge. I always end up smudging, or it doesn't dry all the way. Always something wonky that comes with it. I'm putting in 2 10s. Now, part of the reason that we are going to be cutting back our savings challenges is we've just had a lot of new expenses that have come up. And given that I had cut back my hours and I took a pay cut at the beginning of the year, it's hitting us a little bit with some of that. And so we've got additional medical cost for me. I should have 150, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I've had some increased medical costs for myself because I have to see my doctor outside of my transplant team. I'm seeing my regular GP right now every 2 weeks, and so I have an additional copay for that because she's private. And that copay is usually about $60, so that's an additional $120 per week or per month that we need to direct that way. And then we also recently found out that because there's a lot next to us that they have finally put back up for sale. We don't know what happened with the previous owner. They put the slab down, but they never built the house, and they've just let it just get overgrown as anything with weeds. And there is something in those weeds that blows into our backyard that my poor Turby, so my derpy Mastiff dog, is allergic to. And we had noticed that he was chewing on his paws a lot. So 2 20s are going in. And we thought he was just weird in that he was just like chewing his nails, because a lot of dogs like to chew their own nails, which he does that too. But he got to a point that he was chewing the pads of his paws so much to a point that they were bleeding. And so we finally got him back in to see his vet, because we had taken him in before and they didn't think that it was too bad, but now it's gotten bad enough that he actually has to be on medication for it. And that medication cost $170 per month as well. So that's a pretty good increase in 2 new expenses that we've had come up there. We've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80. 280. Wow. Yeah, so I consider, my dog's health is a priority right up along with mine. So yeah, we've had to make some changes there. And then because of everything with inflation and we knew that there was going to be an increase in prices and such, but I'm paying now, it costs probably close to about $180 for me to fill my tank with fuel right now, which is being impacted by having to do a lot more travel to see my doctors. So making those drives, all of the parking fees that go along with it, it's all just starting to add up. And so we need to pay those bills. And then after, probably when everything settles down at the end of the month, is when I'll do probably just one savings challenge per month instead of doing it weekly. Just whatever money we have left over after a full pay cycle or a fortnight or something like that. But it's going to take us a month or two to get everything kind of figured and sorted and get new cost and everything worked out. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, $900 is in the 50 challenge. And I have to drive all the way back to university once per week as well. That's a pretty long drive for that. So, and then we built the garage. Well, we're in the process of building the garage, and there were some delays on that because, well, pandemic, war, everything else. And in that time, the cost, so the estimate actually ended up going up by about $5,000 extra dollars. So we've had to find some extra areas there. That's why I haven't had anything going into my sinking funds either, because it's just been funneling the money in, because we didn't want to cancel the entire thing because the prices are only going to continue to go up, the price of building materials and steel and everything else. And I'm sure everybody, all of you, are feeling the pinch. I've seen what it looks like in terms of the prices and inflation and such in the US, and it's not just there. It is worldwide. So it's not just a US based thing, and it's hitting everyone, and we're having to make adjustments, and these are just the adjustments that we have to make. We got to pay our bills first. We got to make sure we have food on the table. We got to make sure that we are attending to our health and my dog's health and such like that. And then anything that is left over, then that goes in, so that we can also keep our investing plan the same. So for hundreds, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So $2,300. Wow. That's a good amount, which will just go into, as I said, this is just going to go into the bank and kind of be a combination of going towards topping up and meeting that goal for our emergency fund, and then getting a 1 month ahead fund as well. That's the other part that we want to do. For the weather, I have no clue because I haven't been keeping track, but I know it's been pretty warm. So let's just call it $60 going into the weather challenge. And I just couldn't be bothered to look it up. What I might do with the weather one is actually turn that into a digital challenge and have that go to the emergency fund as well, and then just automatically transfer money over there. And then that gives me $20 left over just to go into a 13-week challenge. And the 13-week, I'll probably keep this one because I do still have some cash that I keep on hand, both for myself and for gas. That's for our personal spending. So that will probably be what goes in here. I still have summer there. It's not summer anymore. Who cares? Whatever. It's an envelope. It has money in it. Money's going in there. How much do I have? 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 115. That's almost enough for my Nerpy Derps meds for next month. So that will be coming out, and that will be going back to the bank. So I will get that moved back over there. And I know that the savings challenges are fun and such like that, but for now I'm just, if we don't have the money, we don't really have the money. We have other places that it has to go, and we just have to change things up. So there is probably going to be a shift in the type of content that I have on this channel as well. I don't know what I could do or what I could talk about. If you have any ideas of anything that you would want to see or that you think would be interesting for me to talk about or put my spin on, drop it down in the comments below. because I'm not the most creative person when it comes to thinking about ideas for content. That's why I do simple things like cache stuffing and all of that. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And if you're feeling the pinch as well, what are some strategies that you are using for combating that? Have you had to switch around your budget and such? I mean, I knew we were going to have to make some changes. I just didn't expect this much all at once. So I really should have. It should be used to this by now, because this is how it's been going every year for the past, 2-3 years now, is you think you have it figured out, and then a couple of months in, it's like the universe is just like pew pew pew, and it just blows everything up and you start all over again. And so that is where we are at. So yeah, let me know. Otherwise, I hope all of you guys are doing well. Do remember to always choose kindness, show gratitude, always keep a positive mindset, and I will see you in the next video.